Hi, in this video I'm painting a Nilssimon from Diced the Game. Huge thanks to Dennis for the miniature. Today is a little different than usual. There is a tutorial, but it's also about something else. Because when I started this miniature, I had no plan. I didn't know where it would go, what this Nilssimon should look like, or even what kind of hat he was wearing. So instead of following a recipe, I decided to just paint and see what happens. So yeah, I started to look at the small fella and thought, yeah, an orange hat. And that raises the first question. Why orange? Why orange? Why? Because it pops? Maybe because orange feels like our color? Or maybe because the hat I was wearing yesterday was orange. By the way, it's freezing cold, so hats all the way. Either way, orange it is. I start with AK Deep Orange and AK Mahogany Brown. Two thin coats of Mahogany Brown for the hat. Somewhere in between I start to dream about brushes. Or have a nightmare or something there. My last broken toed brush is slowly giving up. Is there a proper word for when a brush tip just opens up like that? Well, no matter what, focus, back to painting. Next question, what skin color does a Nilssimon have? And more importantly, what works with a bright orange hat? Purple? Purple usually works. I mean, purple always works, doesn't it? And I mean, if not, I can always repaint it. It's just color. It's just a paint. So, purple it is. I grabbed Nagaroth Knight and Genestealer Purple. Still plenty of space on the wet palette. I tried to paint only the skin, one thin coat first, and then I doubt again, was purple the right choice? But at this point I stopped thinking and just paint, just get on with it. And yes, I'm still using the big brush. The tip misbehaving. Fine, again, for now. While the darker purple is still slightly wet, I apply the lighter purple to the raised areas. Then I pull both colors into each other directly on the miniature. Wet blending, as the pros would call it. I wouldn't say I'm wet blending here, but I'm trying. Or practice. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I repeat and practice. Just practicing the transitions here. No pressure to be perfect. I repeat the process on the nose, light, dark, back and forth. At some point I add a bit of orange, maybe a slightly orange nose would work. Maybe not, but trying is a part of it. While all of this dries, I move on to the trousers. I mix turquoise with a dark purple and paint the overalls, because obviously a Nilssimon with a hammer and a mechanical arm and a fashionably orange hat must be wearing overalls. Anything else just wouldn't be a Nilssimon. Or not mine. Naja. Again, I experiment. Pure turquoise for the edge highlights. Darker mixes for the shadows. The hat gets another layer of dark orange. The hammer gets mahogany brown. It's going to be wood. Hat, trousers, skin, all get a glaze of Druchii violet. This speeds up shading and gives everything a shared color tone. While this dries, I feel free to hit like, subscribe or share the video with a friend. It really helps us make more of these calm painting sessions. Anyway, everything's dry, so back to the hat. I mix orange with a bit of mahogany brown and start layering. The deeper the fold, the darker the color. The higher the area, the brighter the mix. I take my time here, I take my time there. Every brush stroke should land where it's meant to. I push the brightness, contrast, contrast, contrast. Overall, miniatures, they are small. Contrast has to be exaggerated to read properly. I'm not fully happy with the orange nose. I'm definitely not happy with the orange cheeks, so I go back to Genestealer Purple. Way better. A very thin glaze of dark purple ties the skin together. With black and purple I define the edge between skin and trousers. Time for the teeth. I use Vallejo Game Color Plague Brown as a base. Then I noticed the trousers need more attention, more turquoise, more presence. Back and forth, fixing and adjusting, trusting the process. Ivory and yellow to highlight the teeth. For the skin, I mix ivory into the purple and apply that as a highlight. The beard gets an ivory beige mix. Each highlight is smaller, brighter and more focused. The gloves get the same color mix as the trousers, and at this point I'm almost done. Any more color would be too much, and I'm done with the miniature. I wanna be done with it. So I glazed the glove with Duchy Violet. It worked really well on the trousers before. The beard gets a wash of Fuegan Orange, so it doesn't stand out too much. The metal arm is simple, metallic paint, no oil, and that's it. No strict plan, no perfect recipe, just painting, experimenting and discovering the miniature along the way. I think that should be almost every time when you paint a single miniature. Thanks for watching, and as always, have fun painting.